Welcome to Let Us Farm. My name is Emily Fonwell Oge of Let Us Farm. So today we'll be discussing raising 100 catfishes. How much is this project going to cost us and what are our likable projections of profit? So before we go further, if this is the first time you are seeing me, my name is Emily Fonwell Oge of Let Us Farm, and all we do here is we try to provide practical solutions to our agri problem. Please, for any reason, if you want to call me, do that on WhatsApp. Don't call on the landline. I have tons of call on this line. I don't like to reject people's call. And I have other things I do. So when you reach out to me, any message you drop, I will surely get back to you. I have been doing that and I will continue to do that. And remember, we are not forming any WhatsApp group. Should anybody ask you for your number that Let Us Farm is having a WhatsApp group, please, we are not. Anything we do it here for all of us to see. So we will be discussing this and I will be right back. Yes. The reason why I'm doing 100 catfish is for most farmers. There are there are some farmers that reached out that they have a backyard space they want to use. I have done videos on how to start and everything, but people like me to, you know, make it a little bit commercial. So I want this to be a commercial projection. But remember, as it's a commercial projection, please ask around before you start what exactly your people want. What I mean by that is what is the size that they like to buy. Now, one thing about catfish business, like I always say, this is a business venture. So if you want to start it, you plan like a businessman. In that planning, we have two types of fish planning here because fishes are sold by weight. So it's either you get to table size or you now do for smoke. So in this case, what I'm trying to do here is to work on table size. So the project here is to raise catfish 100 juvenile. Remember, I said juvenile. So don't go and buy fries or go and buy fingerlings and say I said so. I didn't say so. I said 100 juveniles. So my projection line is 100 juveniles to 1 kg minimum weight. That is the project. Then remember, there's no way all your catfishes will be same weight. I have done video on that, so you can actually go through to see these videos. So now we're looking at a 1 kg minimum weight because we are business people, so we work on business. First step is, what are we going to use to stock this fish? Now we need a pond. If you want to get a pond, get a tarpaulin pond of 10 feet by 10 feet by 4 feet high because we want a 3 feet water. We don't want anything below 3 feet water. So we want a 4 feet size tarpaulin pond and a 3 feet water inside that pond. Now, if you're not using tarpaulin pond, you want to use tank. You remember this white tank? Yes, that white tank, you know it. Get that white tank too. So each of it is going to take 50-50. These things I'm saying, I don't want you to overstock. I said 100 now. Some people will go and do 150 and all these things. But remember, me, I'm working on 100 though. So anything you are doing above, that's you. Now, if you are using 18 pond, same measurement. But if you have a pond that is bigger than this, use it. But if you have a pond that is smaller than this, don't use it. The more the space, the more opportunity the fishes have to get bigger. Now, the next step will be budgeting for feed. We want to do 100. Our target is to get a minimum weight of 1 kg. The English minimum mean that we are looking at the least weight to be 1 kg, but there could be maximum weight. In fact, if you do what I'm saying you should do, you should be getting close to 2 kg on some of the fishes. Yes, some will weigh 1.8, some weigh 2 kg at the end of the project, but we are looking at a minimum weight of 1 kg. Now, in catfish business, because all the fishes will not eat same time, so it takes you that you have to be very diligent in the feeding. And you should know that with my calculation now, I have a projection that I will have less than 10% that won't be up to 1 kg. But because I'm going to have a lot that will be over 1 kg, I will make up for that deficit of less than 10%. I don't know whether this is clear, but if it is not clear, um, that is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, so because of this projection, that is the reason why I am balancing everything this way. So now in feed, you are going to budget 10 bags and 7.5 kg. That is 10 and a half bags of feed. This is what we need for this project. If we don't understand, we can ask questions on that so that I will still go over it. So now, some people may be so eager to ask me, hey, what is it that the calculation on the feed sizes to be used every month? I don't do that. The reason is that catfish, there are things that stimulate their appetite, meaning that sometimes they may eat more than what they used to eat before, and sometimes they may not eat up to that. For instance, water pH matters. The temperature in the water as at the time of consumption matters a lot. Your water management, if your water is dirty, they can't eat like when the water is neat. So because of all these factors, I'm not going to say anything so that you don't go and waste feed pouring it in an ordinary pond without seeing fishes to eat it, and then you blame me that you are working with my calculations. However, there is a calculation I'm going to give you now. What you will do is that half bag, buy 1.8. The 1.8 you will buy, for me, you should buy skeleton 1.8. Remember, you are starting from juvenile, not anything below juvenile. So the half bag, buy skeleton 1.8. So after skeleton 1.8, then buy skeleton 1 bag of 2 mm. Now, this 1 bag of 2 mm skeleton, you can choose not to buy skeleton of 2 mm. You can choose to buy alakwa, we have alakwa. You can choose to buy copens. We have many exotic foreign feed you can choose to buy. But for me, I use skeleton, so you can use anything. You can use durante. There are a lot that you can use. So after that, depending on the month they are, you now switch to 2 mm blue crown. If you don't want to buy blue crown, please don't buy blue crown. What we do is that we have many other local feeds. We have Eco Float, we have Omega, we have Top, we have Vital, we have many of them, Alafia, a lot of them. But what me I use is Blue Crown. So depending on what you want to use, it's fine. Normally I wouldn't call the name of feeds, but it has become imperative that I call name for you to know, so that people don't come and be asking me questions of something I can easily do once and rest. So this is the feed that you buy. So depending on when they finish that 1 bag of 2 mm, before you will know the next feed to buy, you can go through these pages to see the best sizes of feed to use. Now, having said that, from juvenile to 4.5 months, we are using the feed sizes of 1.8, 2 mm, 3 mm and 4 mm. These are the only feed we need. We don't need 6 mm. We don't need 9 mm. We don't need 12 mm. Please don't worry about buying all those feed. The calculation we want to use now, the projection we are working on, is to work on 4.5 months maximum. So if you are able to get all these things I have said right and you do it, what do you think will be your likely profit? Because if you do this business without profit, it's a waste of time. Now, with what I have said, your likely profit at the end of this job, if you did not do it well, you should be making about 30% profit. That is if you did not do it well. But if you have done it well, you should make as much as 60 to 70% profit. But if you come out, if your fishes come out by the time there is scarcity, you can make up to 90% profit. Remember what I'm saying, because everything I'm saying, I am saying in case of this, in case of that. You see, the reason why is that some of us, we just think one way. And when we think one way and there is a little issue, we try to start blaming everybody and not ourselves. So remember my projection of what you will make, so that if you make those things, you will understand that I said it, that this is what we're going to make. So I have seen people that said that when you invest, you will make 200% profit. I have never done that. Yeah, so it's I don't like making some hyper projections that are not feasible. I've seen people saying you make 500%, 200%. These are hyper unrealistic projections. You can make up to 100%, but I said there is a situation, and that situation is maybe there is scarcity, and then you now command the price. But the price projection I gave you is in the normal situation when everything is normal. So if you don't understand everything I said or some certain things of what I said, please drop that in the comment section. And if you do understand that and you want to practice that, fine, practice it. Practice it with what I said. And if you don't have money to be able to go to this level I said, what you will simply need to do is divide it and do the one that you can. Like I said, 10.5 bags, and you have money for 5 bags. Go and divide and do half of it. It's not a must that you will try to do too much because you want to answer name. It is not name that matters, but what is achieved from the effort put in a business. So until I come your way next time, my name is Emily Fongunuel Oge of Let Us Farm. Keep farming. It's a way of life.